Welcome to Warehouse Safety Minutes, where managers learn about safety best practices. You'll learn how to identify problems and prevent warehouse incidents. This infocast is brought to you by Damotech, the leader in rack inspections, repair, and protection. Don't let rack damage endanger your people or equipment. Go to damotech.com and talk to an expert. In today's episode, we're diving into the crucial topic of pallet rack safety. We'll be covering the 9 most common issues identified during professional inspections of pallet rack systems. These are the challenges that not only affect the structural integrity of your racks, but also create potential safety hazards for your workforce. So, let's jump right in. 1. Deformed and detached braces. Braces are the unsung heroes of your pallet racking system. They keep everything stable, but they're also the most vulnerable to damage, especially from things like forklift collisions or overloading. Now, if these braces get bent or even detached, the whole system's stability is at risk. And it's worth noting that damage to lower-level braces is more concerning because they bear more stress from the weight above. So, if you spot a deformed or detached brace, it's not something to ignore. Get it repaired or replaced as soon as possible. 2. Missing and loose anchors. Anchors are what keep your racks firmly planted on the ground. Over time, though, they can loosen or even go missing due to vibrations, improper installation, or impacts. If you've got a rack system over 96 inches tall, you should have at least one properly installed anchor at each base plate. But don't just take my word for it. Check your manufacturer's specifications for the exact requirements. If those anchors are loose or missing, it's like a ticking time bomb waiting to cause an accident. 3. Deformed and detached beams. Beams are the backbone of your racking system. They support the weight of all the pallets, so if they're deformed or detached, you're in for trouble. A deformed beam doesn't just lose its load capacity, it also creates an uneven surface, which can cause pallets to fall. And if a beam becomes detached, that's a major safety hazard right there. Regular inspections should include checking for beam deflection. Anything beyond what's allowed could mean it's time for a replacement. 4. Missing, loose, and inadequate safety pins. Safety pins may be small, but they play a big role in keeping your racking system secure. They keep the beams locked into place, preventing them from slipping out. However, during inspections, it's common to find these pins either loose or missing altogether. And that's dangerous because it can lead to beams detaching, which could result in pallets falling and potentially harming anyone nearby. Make sure every beam has at least one solid safety pin installed. A nut and bolt are usually a more secure option than a simple J-pin, so keep that in mind during your checks. 5. Are deformed columns. Columns are what carry the weight of your entire racking system, so when they're deformed or twisted, it's a serious issue. Often, these deformations are caused by impacts from forklifts or other equipment. A damaged column doesn't just lose its own stability, it also puts additional stress on the surrounding uprights, potentially leading to a domino effect of failures. The 1-2-3 rule can help you assess how critical the damage is, but any sign of deformation is a red flag that needs immediate attention. 6. In-house repairs and welds. Let's talk about repairs. It's tempting to go for a quick fix when something goes wrong, but makeshift repairs or unauthorized welds can actually do more harm than good. These fixes, especially if done by someone who isn't a qualified professional, can compromise the load capacity of your racking system. The steel properties can be altered if the welds aren't done correctly, making the entire system unsafe. Always document any repairs and ensure they've been done by someone who knows what they're doing. 7. Out of plumb and out of straight uprights. Your upright columns need to be perfectly vertical to maintain the rack system's stability. If they start leaning or become misaligned, it can throw off the entire balance, leading to uneven weight distribution and potential failure. The allowable tolerance is 1/2 inch for every 10 feet of height. Anything more than that, and you're out of compliance. A laser or torpedo level is your best friend here. If the uprights are off, you may need to re-level them, possibly with shims under the base plates. 8. Rust formation. Rust is one of those issues that can sneak up on you. It starts small but can quickly become a significant problem, weakening the steel and reducing the load capacity of your racking system. Environmental factors like moisture or exposure to corrosive substances can accelerate rust formation. If you find rust that flakes off easily or comes off in large pieces, it's time to either repair or replace the affected components. 9. Inadequate building clearance. Finally, we have building clearance issues. If your racking system is too close to the walls or other structural components, it can create all sorts of problems, from restricting forklift access to causing vibrations that could damage both the building and the racks. Always ensure there's adequate clearance to prevent these issues and to maintain safety and operational efficiency. To sum it all up, pallet racks are complex systems with many moving parts, and as you've just heard, there are plenty of issues that can arise. Regular inspections are key to catching these problems before they lead to something more serious. It's recommended to have in-house inspections monthly, along with an annual inspection by a third-party professional who can give you a detailed report and actionable recommendations. You can start by downloading a free copy of a rack inspection checklist at demotech.com resources. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Warehouse Safety Minutes. Remember, keeping your pallet racks in top shape isn't just about compliance. It's about ensuring the safety and efficiency of your entire operation. If you've got questions about your pallet racks or want them inspected by professionals, Demotech's engineers can help. Learn more about our engineering services at demotech.com.